Thank you very much for joining us today. Welcome to the Tridge August webinar titled The Importance of Digital Platform in Agriculture. Today we'll be looking into the importance of digital platform in the agri-food market. Our expert panelists will be discussing how digital platforms help decision making and gain access to markets globally. So we are broadcasting live to YouTube and LinkedIn, and I am sure you are familiar with these platforms. But in case of any technical difficulties, please reach out to us via the chat so we can see how we can assist you. So let's get started. If you are not familiar with Tridge, we are a data and intelligence platform, and some of the intelligence we provide includes price data, weather data, seasonality data, trade data, and also customs report to help clients enhance their decision-making skills. We provide also solutions to help suppliers and buyers find new global business opportunities. So one of the way we do it is through, as you can see in this slide, Tridge Exhibition 365. Here, actually, you can find a virtual showroom of verified suppliers and buyers, including our sponsor of today's webinar, Al Foah. So we'll be providing a proof of attendance if required. So near the end of the webinar, we will share the link to survey in the chat. So this survey helps us to continue providing quality contents in our upcoming webinars. So please take a part in the survey. It also allows us to enter your details to receive the attendance certificate. So moving on, today's webinar will consist of 3 parts. The first 2 parts will be the presentation. As you can see, it's going to be about the leveraging data for enhanced decision making in the food and agriculture market. And in the second part, we're going to have the discussion. We're going to have the panel discussion with our experts today. So they're going to basically cover importance of the digital platform. If time permits, we will have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. Yes. So our participants today, so myself, my name is Jasurbek Ayupov. I am Global Market Analyst in our Market Intelligence Analytics team. I am based in Seoul at Tridge HQ. And today's our speakers. So my colleague Boyan will be providing today the presentation, and Unjun, Lei, and Alper will be today participating as a panel expert at the end of today's webinar. So yes, now let's start with the presentation. Boyan, could you please introduce briefly yourself and start with the presentation?
Thank you, Yasur. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining for today's Tridge webinar. My name is Bojan Mijatovic. I'm a global market analyst here at Tridge with specialty in fruits and vegetables. Today, I will present the topic, the importance of digital platforms in agriculture, with the agenda leveraging data for enhanced decision-making, and the other part, enhancing market access to trade, before we move on to the panel discussion. So for the first slide of the presentation, I will briefly say what's the definition of digital platforms in agriculture. Digital platforms in agriculture refer to online or technology-based systems that connect various stakeholders within the agriculture ecosystem. These platforms leverage digital technologies such as the internet, mobile devices, data analytics, and communication tools to facilitate interaction, transaction, and the exchange of information among stakeholders, agribusinesses, farmers, service providers, and other relevant parties. The primary goal of this platform is to enhance the efficiency, productivity, and sustainability of agricultural activities by providing tools, services, and a space for collaboration. Tridge previously collaborated with X-Farm, innovative startup using precision technology, and Farmer Connect, also a startup that uses blockchain technology to leverage traceability in agri stakeholders for medium and big businesses. So there are various types of digital platforms in farming: farm management software, precision agriculture tools, e-commerce platforms. Some of the benefits and advantages of digital platforms are improved access to information, increased efficiency, and decision-making. On the next slide, I will cover leveraging data for enhanced decision-making. Digital platforms in agriculture collect and analyze data through various technologies and processes. These platforms use sensors, Internet of Things devices, satellite imagery, mobile apps, weather stations, and market data to gather and analyze data. They store and manage data in cloud-based databases, use data transformation techniques, and implement data security measures. Data integration involves aggregating data from multiple sources, analyzing it using machine learning algorithms, statistical analysis, and visualization techniques. Predictive analytics and pattern recognition algorithms help create models for future outcomes. Role of data in agriculture is presented in the Tridge platform. Data plays a crucial role in optimizing farming practices and driving informed decisions. Users can interact with the platform through dashboards, reports, customization, and feedback loops, ensuring data privacy and security. Data validation and quality control are essential steps in data gathering and analysis. Among other services, Tridge platform offers domestic price data and wholesale prices and farm gate prices. Tridge also systematically collects and analyzes prices from over 400 trusted sources globally. Also on our platform, you can find the weather data. This all serves everything to automatically and manually use the data to improve your decision making. Utilizing data to analyze trends, predict outcomes, and make informed choices. Moving on to the data-driven agriculture in India. I chose India because we have an interesting panelist here with us today, Lei from China, Alper from Turkey, and Yunjin from Korea. We will later go in details in the panel discussions, but I will now briefly say some examples from example, India. India's agriculture industry is at a crossroad, with agriculture contributing over half of the country's GDP. However, significant challenges hinder the sector's growth. By 2030, agriculture could contribute to $6 billion, a 50% increase from 2020. To unlock this potential, India must harness the growth of agriculture technology, agtech. India's agtech landscape has grown from 50 startups to over 1,000, driven by increased farmer awareness and internet penetration and efficiency. The government's role is also enabling agtech in farmer collectivization, digital soil health cards, and digital public infrastructure. Some of the examples is the YesTech, a technology based on yield estimation system that uses machine learning, crop simulation, and parametric indexes to provide accurate crop yield estimations, increasing objectivity, transparency, reliability, and confidence among stakeholders. Other platforms include business-to-business and business-to-customer platforms like NinjaCart, Absolute, and Waycool, which raised more than $700 million in funding. We can move to the next slide, Yasur, and to specific case studies. Applying pesticides. One of the examples of using digital platforms for farmers is from Grain Data Solutions. Application informs the farmer that he or she should expect a slight occurrence of foliar diseases in the coming weeks. Based on this new piece of information, the farmer evaluates whether or not they should pay for fungicide this farming season. This is where data-driven decision takes place. It is to make the best of the information you have, even though there is uncertainty around it. One side of the equation is that the cost associated with purchasing and applying fungicides. The other side of the equation is the yield loss because of the occurrence of foliar diseases. This can be estimated from historical data, multiplied by dollar value of that loss, and also multiplied by how likely is this to happen, which comes from machine learning model. Data-driven agriculture uses precision agriculture to optimize practices and return on investment. Artificial intelligence algorithms help extract insights from complex data by predicting outcomes. AI-trained machine learning model can predict foliar disease severity with 89% accuracy, enabling farmers to make informed decisions based on historical data, fungicide costs, and disease likelihood. This approach helps farmers make sense of vast data and enhances their experience despite the complexity of agricultural problems. Next example is the use of Internet of Things in agriculture in China. This case study refers on implementation of Internet of Things applications in agriculture industry. For example, IoT technology can subsidize for agricultural labor in some cases, thus alleviating problems related to workforce shortages. This smart system can be applied inter alia to irrigation, fertilization, and spraying, providing data analytics. The most significant development for traditional agriculture using Internet of Things is risk resistance via large-scale production that it introduces. One of the most important applications of IoT is so-called intelligent agriculture, which places emphasis more on automation processes, sensors, electronic measurements, algorithms, intelligent and remote wireless control of the whole production procedure, instead of conventional systems that are based on labor and traditional tools. For the next case study, I will explain how the transaction data analyzer works. Our platform Tridge has introduced its transaction data analyzer solution, which transforms raw data from global transactions into actionable intelligence. This tool offers a comprehensive view of the global agri-food trading landscape, providing insights and transaction prices, trading quantities, products, exporting companies, and also importing companies. It also aids in price negotiation, buyer identification, supplier identification, and competitive analysis. This tool is more than just a data aggregation tool. It transforms raw custom data and business data from worldwide sources into meaningful insights that shed light on the complexities of agri-food trading. For example, a grain exporter can gain a detailed breakdown of the quantities and prices of similar grains sold into the European markets. The tool also enables businesses to study their competitors' transaction records, revealing insights into their strategies, performance, and relationships. Tridge transaction data analysis serves as an example as a business game changer, equipping businesses to make strategic decisions, streamline operations, and surpass competitions in the global agri-food market. Moving on to the overview of enhancing market access and trade. Okay. E-commerce and market access via digital platforms improve farmers' information access while lowering transaction costs and increasing profitability. Data analytics. Just a second. Let me check if we have some technical issues. Okay, I think we're good to go. Data analytics and predictive modeling aids decision-making, while digital technologies provide secure transactions and improve financial inclusion for farmers. AgTech solutions is higher in larger farms, but small and medium farms in developed countries have limited adaptation. A clearer value proposition focusing on return of investment could encourage adoption, as 30% of farmers find unclear ROI as a barrier. AgTech companies are shifting from one-time purchases to business model adaptation and exploring monetization with hardware, software, services, and analytical innovations. What are the key points? Better market opportunities, safe and transparent transactions, and ensuring trust and reliability. Some of the challenges that may appear are fragmentation, lack of standard data architecture, and cross-platform interoperability. Okay, moving to the case study. E-commerce, all the big players in the ag world are going digital. I have selected just a few success stories on different online marketplaces. They all have various approaches to harnessing digital tools, and at the same time, common goal to increase connectivity and reach broad agricultural stakeholders. In a case study, farmer to consumer online marketplaces, the project Adelaide Farm was an online platform which objective is to connect consumers and small producers. There are various digital platforms out there. Commodity Ag uses access to agricultural inputs and supplies and showing them to farmers. Agrelius is an online and mobile marketplace that brings together buyers and sellers of agricultural inputs, for example, services and commodities. Cargill also has its own online ordering access to food, safety information, and product specification. Tridge 365, which we will cover more in the panel discussion, is a gateway to a cost-efficient, always-on agricultural trade show designed specifically to agri-food suppliers. What are the most crucial benefits for farmers and consumers? Higher profits for farmers, access to fresh and locally sourced produce for consumers, and faster and more efficient customer reach. Moving on to the case study, market access challenges and solutions. One of the examples of overcoming market access challenges via digital apps is foodshed.io. This is a mobile app that connects local producers to chefs, supermarkets, and institutional buyers, ensuring safe and economically sourced, sustainable produced food. It streamlines inventory from multiple farms, creating an efficient, transparent market for buyers. It uses route optimization and real-time updates for localized economic benefits. This is also very good for efficient supply chains. And moving on to the next one. Yasur, please. Digital potentials. What are the benefits of digital platform adaptation? Let me mention some numbers. Tridge platform covers more than 1,000 products from 97 market countries and also from 145 market origin countries. And in this coverage, it is included more than 7,000 varieties of products. Fresh vegetables and fresh fruits dominate, and seafood and grain and cereals are on the third and fourth place. And what does this mean for buyers and suppliers? Improved price transparency. Digital platforms enables stakeholders to see fair prices and customers to compare and choose. Increased market reach. Farmers can reach national, international markets, expanding their customer base. And of course, reduced middleman dependence. Direct farmer to consumer connections reduce the need for intermediaries. Trade transparency. I have mentioned Tridge transaction data analyzer earlier and would also like to point out our Tridge price predictions, which we are still developing, feature that uses data science and machine learning to predict the price of agri-food goods. Moving on to the recap. What are the key points? Digital platforms offer numerous benefits in agriculture, including improved market access, enhanced decision-making, and increased efficiency. What is the importance of digital platforms in modern agriculture? It is to embrace digital platforms as crucial for the growth and sustainability of the agricultural sector. How can farmers or suppliers be encouraged to explore digital solutions? It is essential for a long-term success for their businesses. Some of the key points are to consider omni-channel solutions, engage more and earlier with stakeholders, enriching personalized offline and online experience, become the innovator and partner of choice. When farmers are looking to try new products and technologies to drive yield and reduce costs, they're looking into the digital platforms. So digital platforms need to be user-friendly, easy to use for all the farmers. But also, on the other side, they need to offer custom-tailored solutions for different varieties of products and services. Offer timely and personalized products, like I mentioned, for services to farmers, using the season analysis to target the right customers at the right time and adapt their engagement model. Also, digital platforms should support stakeholders during these uncertain times by helping them to seize opportunities that are emerging in the market. For example, offer product services to capitalize on crop prices and yields. At the end, of course, help farmers monetize the adoption of sustainable practices. Sustainability doesn't need to be just some word on the paper. It needs to be profitable for all the stakeholders in the agricultural supply chain. Agri-value system and finding ways to support implementation and expand penetration and adoption of new practices for farmers, whether it's to use it in the production or to trade. Farmers needs to educate themselves, use the digital platforms to increase awareness of sustainability, sustainable practices, trade, prices, etc. And finally, make sustainability programs accessible and simple. Traceability is what we covered in the previous webinars, is also important for linking actions to environmental impact. Digital platforms in their vast scope of application offer also solutions for new regulations from the various governments in the world regarding the ecology and rules and roles applied, offering them easier solutions to be more eco-friendly, to apply to various standards of trade, production, etc. This is in brief what I had to present today. Thank you everyone for joining in and listening to me. Moving on to you, Yasur, and I'm looking forward to engagement in panel discussion.
Okay, thank you very much, Boyan, for your very informative and very helpful presentation. Indeed, like the very important role of the digital platforms in agriculture today is very, very important, and especially data features, as you mentioned in your presentation, it really helps the suppliers and buyers across the globe. So help enhance their decision-making process, and also it brings out more business opportunities to their businesses. Okay, we're going to continue our webinar. So here is the question number one. So from a farmer and from the supplier perspective, how can digital platforms help decision making and gain access to better markets? So Alper, may I ask you like brief introduction about yourself and then answering to the first question, please?
Sure. Uh, I'm working for Tridge for almost 2 years. I'm on logistic management part, exporting from Turkey to any country, and also now account executive for our digital platform site. So let me answer your question. Digital platforms are changing the game for farmers and suppliers. Let's dive into the specific. For decision making, you see digital platforms offer farmers access to real time data and insights that are pure gold for informed decision making. Think of it as having a virtual dashboard with weather forecasts, market trends, and expert advice all at their fingertips. These means farmers can make smart choices about which crops to grow based on what the market demands and how the weather's shaping up. It's like having a crystal ball for farming. And that's not all. These platforms can even suggest the best way to allocate resources, which translates to better productivity and less waste. For market access, now imagine breaking down those traditional barriers that limited farmers' market reach. Platforms are doing just that. There are like a direct line to wider markets, connecting farmers to potential buyers, not only locally but also globally. By cutting out the middlemen, farmers get fair prices for their produce, and that's a game changer for profitability. Plus, these platforms let farmers show off their unique qualities of their products, making them super appealing to potential buyers who value authenticity.
Okay. Thank you very much, Alper. Now, Lei Wang, could you please introduce yourself and also tell us the answer to question number one? And we would like to listen to the perspective or cases from China as well.
Okay, thank you, Yasu, and thank you, Boyang, for the very good presentation. And hello, everyone. My name is Lei Wang, and I'm from Shanghai, China. And nice to meet all of you guys here. And I'm a global marketing intelligence researcher in Tridge. I have been working in this company for over 2 years. And my background is seed and nuts. So I'm really happy to share my opinions on the digital platforms from the China side. For the question, I think it's a really very hot topic in China for the platform digital platforms because the industry is really developed very fast in China in recent years. I think in theory the biggest advantage of the digital platforms is to establish effective connections between farmers and consumers and also reduce layers and achieve a win-win situation. In this way, like the farmers can sell agricultural products at a very good price, and the customers can also buy agricultural food at a lower price than the physical stores. At the same time, digital platforms can also provide technical support for farmers. In China, we have cloud computer technology that can be used to support big data and also analysis the agricultural environment and provide real-time technical support for farmers and to achieve better production, therefore the better economic results. And also in China, there are some digital platforms. They can also provide like the financial services to farmers and some small business. Uh, the farmers can use this fund to reduce the concern of the cash flow and also can keep their business sustainable development. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Lei, for introducing the situation with agri-tech platforms in China. Okay, Unjun Kim, could you please introduce yourself to the audience to the audience today, and also share your opinions for the question number one here in the webinar?
Yes. Hi, I'm Eunjin Kim, a product manager at Tridge. I'm in charge of the development of the Tridge platform, including Exhibition 365 and the sourcing request. So, as Lei and Albert mentioned, digital platforms provide data that can assist the suppliers in decision making to make optimized decisions on what to produce, when to sell, and at what prices to sell. So, for example, our transaction data provide the trading prices and trade relationship between companies around the world, showing the quantity and price of certain company exports or imports. With the data, suppliers can easily see at what price their buyers are sourcing products from other companies, which can be the price their competitors are selling at. Also, digital platforms provide an easier way to connect with buyers, which can reduce the operational costs and time. It is true that going to an actual trade show and meeting buyers face to face can give a more personal experience, but it is also true that attending trade shows doesn't guarantee a sales increase, and that suppliers have to pay a tremendous amount to attend the trade shows. But in digital platforms, at a very low cost or even at a zero cost, suppliers can provide a comprehensive company information about their expert experiences, manufacturing facilities, their own strength, or detailed product specifications. And this makes it easier for buyers to identify suppliers that meet their requirements. And it also simplifies the process for buyers to contact suppliers they're looking for, which increases the chance of suppliers getting connected with buyers at a very low cost. And one of the best things that platforms can provide is that once suppliers complete their profiles on the digital platforms, they can continually receive relevant and valid RFQs without putting any additional effort.
Okay, thank you very much, Injun, for sharing, specifically explaining the case of our platform, Tridge. Indeed, the data, like the power of the data these days in the digitalized world, it can opens like tremendous opportunities for the suppliers and also for the buyers. So in a reduced cost, so they can, yeah, they can successfully have some sort of business. So let's move to the next question. So question number 2 is also like similar, but we're gonna look from the buyer's perspective, buyer and the retailer perspective. How can digital platforms streamline the procurement processes and enhance product marketing strategies? May I ask you, Injun, directly answer to the question number 2?
Yes, on the buyer side, digital platforms simplify the process of finding and connecting with new suppliers. So buyers can browse through supplier profiles, product listings, and offers in a very centralized and organized manner. For example, in our Exhibition 365, buyers can search suppliers who offer the products they want to source, or either they can choose to upload RFQs that suppliers can see and submit offers to. So in this way, buyers can compare suppliers, products, or offers through our platform, and also contact suppliers in a single click and manage their contacts and RFQs in one website. And also, just like on the supplier side, digital platforms help buyers make data-driven decisions on when to buy and what price to buy. For example, with our transaction data, buyers can easily see at what price their suppliers are selling to other buyers, and also see at what prices their competitors are sourcing from. So with this data, buyers can optimize their sourcing strategies.
Okay, thank you very much again, Injun, for your answer, for introducing our platform, for introducing main features, especially Tridge Exhibition 365, which offers tremendous opportunities to buyers across the globe. Okay, Alper, can I have your opinion on this question, please?
Yes, digital platforms are like modern marketplaces for buyers and retailers, offering a bunch of perks that make their lives easier. For procurement process streamlining, picture this a marketplace where buyers can explore a variety of agricultural products from different suppliers all in one place. These platforms make it breeze to compare prices and quality, and they even make online bidding in a thing. That speeds up the whole buying process and reduce paperwork. A win-win. What's more, smooth communication between buyers and suppliers makes negotiations and transactions smoother than ever. For product marketing strategy, thanks to the digital era, buyers and retailers have a treasure of information about the products they are interested in. They get detailed product descriptions, quality certifications, and even customers' reviews. It's like a buyer's paradise, armed with insights into consumer preferences, and trends. They can fine tune their marketing strategies and hit the bullseye with their target audience. And don't forget the power of storytelling. These platforms let buyers and retailers create captivating narratives for their products, making them stand out.
Okay, yes, I strongly agree with your statements, especially like the buyers and the suppliers on a win-win approach, so they can smoothly cooperate, they can trade, so it's gonna be beneficial and mutually beneficial to both sides. Okay, how about like Lei Wan? What do you think about the question number two? Can I have your opinion on from the buyer's perspective?
Yes, I think from the buyer's perspective, like in China, I think the most important thing for the digital platforms is that it can improve the efficiency, because some digital platforms can achieve rapid, sufficient, and automatic sourcing process, and it can greatly shorten the sourcing circle and improving the efficiency. At the same time, like the digital platform can also achieve real-time updates and analysis of the sourcing data that can provide timely and accurate data support for the decision making. And I think it's very important. And the second is reducing the sourcing cost. The digital platforms can help the buyers and retailers to achieve more suppliers and also with less cost compared with the traditional sourcing. They can use digital platforms through the whole process and avoiding the cost of operation and maybe some paper files too. At the same time, digital platform can also achieve supplier screening, price comparison, and optimization through the big data analysis, which can further reduce the cost. The third one is improve the suppliers management. Digital platforms can achieve digital management of the supplier's information, which include real-time updates and analysis of suppliers' qualification, credit, cooperation status, and other information, providing more comprehensive and accurate information support, just like our 365, that we can help the buyers to clarify the certification of the suppliers.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think it's a really interesting case from different region of the world. Yes, let's move to the next question. Our third question is about the uh, challenges that stakeholders face when implementing digital platforms, and how these challenges can be overcome. May I ask your opinion, like Unjin, on this question?
Yeah, sure. So for challenges, there can be lots of data that can help suppliers and buyers on decision making, but extracting actionable insights from the data can be a bit challenging. For example, PL transaction data has quantity and price information of transactions, but this data can be incomplete in a sense that some fields may be empty or incorrectly filled in. So companies without employees who are capable of cleansing or analyzing raw data might have a hard time transforming these numbers into a sales or sourcing strategy. This is also one of the problems that Tridge wants to solve for our customers. So currently, we provide cleansed transaction data, and one step further, we are working on building a service that can transform this data into practical strategies that are directly applicable to suppliers and buyers in their businesses. And one other difficulty is digital platforms may not give instant revenue outcomes, particularly for fresh agri products. Given the diverse array of products and specifications, along with the market volatilities we have, having instant results might be a bit difficult. In the B2C e-commerce market, it is quite obvious that companies can make revenues out of the platform in a short period of time. But one of the differences between the B2C e-commerce market and B2B agricultural market is that a long-term and trust-based relationship is much, much more crucial in the agricultural market. So it is very important to view the digital platforms in the agri market as a place where suppliers and buyers can showcase their company's unique characteristics and demonstrate how they can be a good business partners who can build a long-term business relationship. And once trust is built, positive outcomes will naturally follow. In this sense, networking plays a very significant role in building trust in digital platforms. And we are currently developing a new social service that can help the networking between suppliers and buyers. And lastly, the adoption of digital platforms is relatively new in the agricultural industry, and transitioning from conventional methods that have been used for a long time is always difficult. So it is important that digital platforms make the platforms more user-centric and user-friendly so that it is very easy to use, and explaining the benefits that suppliers and buyers can gain from the platforms would be equally important.
Okay, thank you, Ingen, not only answering this question with substance, but also the possible solutions and your expert opinion. It's indeed very interesting and very insightful. And Alper, may I ask your opinion on this question about the challenges for stakeholders and how they can overcome these challenges?
Yeah, implementing digital platforms isn't all smooth sailing, but the challenges can be conquered. Let's dig into them and find solutions. For access to technology, in some rural areas, getting your hands on technology can be like finding a needle in a haystack, but there is hope. Governments, NGOs, and or private organizations can step in and provide affordable smartphones or tablets to farmers and stakeholders. And let's not forget the power of rural broadband infrastructure. It can make internet connectivity a reality in these areas, making digital platforms accessible to everyone. For data privacy and security, it's only natural for agricultural stakeholders to worry about data privacy and security. But here's the deal: strong data privacy policies and secure storage measures can be put in place. Platforms providers need to make sure that data protection is a top priority, and they should also educate users about the measures in place to keep their data safe and sound. For user training and adoption, embracing new technology can be a bit like learning a new dance. To make it smoother, hosting training workshops and webinars can be game changer. It's like giving farmers and buyers and retailers a crash course in digital awesomeness. And let's not forget about customer support. Having someone to turn to when things get a bit tricky can be a lifesaver. And for connectivity issues in areas where the internet is a bit moody, using digital platforms might feel like a roller coaster ride. But here is a thought: what if these platforms had offline capabilities, the way users can access crucial info even without the internet connection, teaming up with telecommunication companies to boost network coverage in rural areas is also a solid plan to make sure everyone gets a slice of the digital pie. So digital platforms are reshaping the agricultural landscape from decision making to market access. farmers, suppliers, buyers, and retailers are all getting the a taste of the benefits. Yes, challenges exist, but they are not unconquerable. With a bit creativity and collaboration, the potential benefits of digital platforms in agriculture can be realized for the betterment of all involved.
Thank you very much, Alper. Again, for your answer, for your opinions on this question. Lei, what do you say about these challenges and how this can be like overcome?
I think it's a very important question, especially for the digital platforms development. As same as Alper mentioned that I think one of the biggest challenge for the digital platform in China is low application rate. Even though that we have many digital platforms in China, but the application rate is relative still low, especially some rural areas, and some farmers still have difficulties to access and use the digital platforms. And also the reliability and security of the data is also a big concern by the farmers. I think this is a big project, not only need to promote it by the government, also like the whole society, like the third parties, the digital platform companies, and to build a credit for the whole industry. And the second challenge, I think, is the price war. I'm not sure if the other country will have the same situation there, because in China, there are so many digital platforms, and the digital platforms are really big national and even a global markets. The farmers who want to sell the agriculture food online need to face cross-regional peer competition. In this case, many suppliers and farmers may face a price war situation. Some big capitals may choose like zero or even negative profits in order to attract more traffic, which will reduce the motivation of the real farmers and the small scale business. Right now, like the government, they are taking some steps to control this. So we hope in the future we will have establish a good regulation on this side. The third challenge, I think, is the package and the logistics, especially for some small farmers. Because for the agriculture products, especially for the fresh food, the proper package and in time logistic is very important. But because most of the sellers, they may be like small farmers and the small business, they are not able to afford the package and the transportation. So there is a problem of the high damage rate during the transportation. Right now in China, they have some solutions for this. Some farmers, they may join a union together to share the cost, and also they use third companies to improve the package quality.
Okay. Thank you very much, Lei, for your answer, for sharing your insights. So actually, we have received a couple of very interesting questions. So now we're gonna ask from our experts, from the panelists. So the first question from Sahid Adams. So he's asking, I see many of the digital platforms focus on the connections between farmers and buyers only. However, the bigger issues are around logistics and other related value chain activities, especially with smallholder farmers, are largely unsolved. From your experiences, how has this issue been resolved with solutions you have come across? Alper, can I ask your opinion on this question, please?
Sure. Your observation about digital platforms initially focusing on farmers buyers connection is spot on. Uh, However, it's evident that resolving broader challenges in the agriculture value chain, especially for smallholder farmers, is critical. Let's explore how these challenges have been addressed through innovative solutions. integrating supply chain platforms integrated. So some platforms have evolved beyond simple connections to offer comprehensive services. They manage logistics, storage, transportations, and finance, streamlining the value chain. This empowers smallholders, farmers to access markets more efficiently. uh, we can say also we are helping our suppliers also in fulfillment side sometimes. If they reach them on platform also we can turn it to real a deal like onto us, and sometimes if they cannot do themselves, so it turns to fulfillment part, so we can support them for logistics for other stuff. This is just an example that we are also doing our own trade. That's why we are different than other platforms. With mobile apps and data analytics, mobile apps with data analytics tackle logistics, real-time data on yield, prices, and transport availability, help farmers make informed selling decisions, reducing waste and optimizing transport routes. Uh, for remote areas, last mile delivery solutions shine. These link farmers with reliable transport providers, overcoming transportation hurdles and broadening market access. Platforms uniting stakeholders, farmers, buyers, transporters, streamline coordination. By sharing resources, farmers collectively address logistical challenges, increasing efficiency. Blockchain enhances transparency and traceability. It ensures trust in product origin and quality, crucial for items like organic produce. And training initiative teach farmers post-harvest handling and storage best practices. This equips them to actively optimize the value chain. And collaborations between governments, private companies, and NGOs yield solutions, investments in infrastructure, cold storage, roads, directly benefit smallholders addressing logistics. So, in conclusion, while digital platforms begin with a narrow focus, recognizes value chain challenges led to diverse solutions. These innovations leverage technology, data, collaboration, and training to create an efficient, transparent, and inclusive agriculture ecosystem for smaller farmers.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Alper, like it's really unite all the stakeholders across the global agriculture, the whole ecosystem, and its benefits. It's mostly benefits all the sides, all the participants in the ecosystem. We have received also one very interesting questions because the issue of accessing to digital solutions, it's kind of problematic, especially in the developing world, developing countries, it's in emerging countries. So from Justus, we got the very interesting question about in rural areas where the telephony reach is limited. So how do you introduce tech-based solutions to them without breaking the bank for trainings and agency network? So Lei, may I ask your opinion on this question? Like in the rural areas, how like we can, let's say, how we can introduce, how we can solve tech-based solutions. For example, you
Mm,
can give us the cases from China, maybe some from rural areas when you were introducing the tech-based solutions to farmers in those areas.
Okay, because like in rural areas of China, because maybe there's some farmers they are not able to access the internet or maybe not able to use the digital platforms. Usually, that the platforms in China they will have online services, and also you can use like WeChat. WeChat is, I think, is the biggest platform digitals like in China. They have like billions of active users every month. So lots of platforms they will have a official set in WeChat, and they have like 24 hours online services. Then the farmers can call the official services, and they will provide the farmers to guide them how to use the digital platforms and how to introduce their products to the customers step by step. And also right now there are universities, and also they will have some education to the farmers from the government side. They will go to the countryside of the country and also give the farmers some education, like the seminar, and maybe also some paper, some books to introduce how to use digital platforms. And also, I think the main group of the digital platforms customer is the young generation. So usually the government will educate the young generation, teach them how to use the platform, and they can teach their parents or grandparents to educate them how to use this new technology to improve their agriculture production.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer, Lei. We have also one more interesting question from Fahad. So he's saying, I'm a new exporter from India. Apart from marketplace for buyers and sellers, what more help do digital platforms offer for growth of new exporters like me? Eunjun, may I ask your opinions on this question, please?
Yes, for new exporters or importers, we are planning to make a learning center, which will be a dedicated section in our platform where our customers can access to educational resources, information, and training related various aspects of the agricultural industry. The Learning Center will be a hub of knowledge and learning materials designed to enhance our customers' understanding of relevant topics and improve their skills in the businesses when they start the business initially. We'll have topics such as data-driven sales, international trade finance, B2B marketplace utilization, warehouse management, etc. So I believe new exporters can utilize our learning center that's coming soon in our platform.
Okay, thank you very much, Injun, for answering these questions. I think that's all that today we wanted to discuss in a Q&A session. So
Yasur, sorry, Yasur, can I just say something related to the and
sure. Which question would you like to add?
no, it's not a question. It's just a note on the Lei and Eugene answer for the last question. So I forgot to mention in the presentation, education is the key for all the stakeholders in fully using digital platform. So this is a good effort from Tridge, expanding education part. And of course, all the stakeholders should be involved in education, training, how to use digital platforms, how to better use these tools in leveraging their decision-making in agribusiness ecosystem. So, and of course, to the previous question, infrastructure, like Lei said, for using WeChat, sometimes it's not possible to fully utilize digital platforms without the proper infrastructure. And this is from the governments to make way to improve internet solutions, internet coverage, and mobile device coverage, and everything else. So this is just my adding. So very, very good panel discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Thank
Yasur.
you. Yeah, thank you, Boyan, for adding your opinions and
For Africa, can I add something? Because some people have questions.
yeah, sure, feel free.
So we have for example, we have a team in Kenya, really huge team. So they are now adding more suppliers into our exhibition system. So we are helping them in every point of it, and our colleagues are working in a HQ team, also in some countries that supports them how to use technical part of it. So we are helping Africa too. I mean,
Yes, yes. Okay. Do you guys have anything to add? If no, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to wrap up today's webinar. So thank you again to our speaker for the valuable insight today. So I think now we have a much better understanding about like vital importance of digital platforms in agriculture. So I would like to inform you that our presentation slides will be available on our website within 2 working days. So you can check even the webinar recap analysis on tridge.com. Also, if you would like to know more about Tridge and the services we offer, please feel free to contact us directly or learn more about on our platform, tridge.com. So Tridge also offers the opportunity to get your company and product noticed through our banner ad service, which is recently added, and where we have close to 90,000 registered buyers. Please reach out to our sales teams if you would like to promote your products through these channels. Once again, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, the audience. Thank you very much, speakers. Thank you, experts, analysts, for sharing your profound insights. So, and on the behalf of the Tridge Intelligence and Solutions divisions and our speakers, thank you for joining us today, and have a great rest of your day wherever you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yasur. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.